Well, good evening, beautiful hearts, and welcome to Love Notes. Tonight is about the moment love stops feeling like something expected and starts to feel alive again. Sometimes desire doesn't disappear. At times, it simply gets buried under pressure, routine, and, well, obligation. Connection changes the instant it becomes something we should do instead of something we want to do. This evening is about choosing what energizes you. It's also about remembering what creates spark and about letting love feel effortless again. Some love arrives as duty, some love arrives as light. One drains the room, one changes the air. A touch can be habit, a glance can be electricity. Tonight we choose what still makes the heart lean forward. Wow. I like that poem. Um, yes, and I don't even know where I got it from. I had it written down someplace, so I'm sure I saw it somewhere online at some point in time, and I was jotting it down. I happened to be going through, see if it's still sitting up here. No, I must have put it away someplace. Um, oh, I know where I put it. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be touching any of this when I'm live on air. So years ago, I used to, well, you probably can't see it because the background that it this gave me. There you go. See a little notebook. And for years, I put down thoughts, and if I came across a poem I'd like, I put down the poem. Um, it was just a lot of different things with me when I was trying to discover soulmates and that whole journey that I went on, which was incredibly amazing. And it's still amazing. I'm still on this soulmate journey, which brings us to this first dedication, guys, right? And this first dedication, well, it goes out to the one who is no longer willing to settle for connection that feels a bit mechanical. And the song dedicated tonight is I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Let's see. That was I Want to Know What Love Is, Foreigner. And I remember seeing those guys in concert back in the 80s and 90s, and I just saw them, what, 3 years ago? And it still had one of the original members with them, and it was a really good concert. But again, this was for the people who have been caring too much, right? For the heart that wants truth instead of performance, and love should never feel like another obligation on your to-do list. It just shouldn't. And if you notice, my background's gone. My nice, lovely bedroom that TikTok put there. TikTok then came back and said, hey, that background is slowing down your computer. Let's get rid of it. I'm like, all right, whatever you say, TikTok, let's go. So it's gone. We've got my boring background again. Sorry about that. But at least I think the computer's back up to speed. And thank you, Alex, so much for those gifts. I love the heart and the roses and a go popular, which that looks very interesting. Thank you so much. Much appreciative. And we're going to move forward with the desire drop this evening. Where in your life have you confused duty with desire? It does happen. It really does. Not every yes is an aligned yes. I know, hard to believe, right? Sometimes the body knows before the mind does. A delayed response, a heavy feeling, a reluctance you keep explaining away. How you feel and that energy you feel always tells the truth. You need to listen to yourself. I know it seems so foreign, but you will thank yourself tomorrow, the next day, a week from now, a month from now, whenever it may be, you will say thank you. Which brings us to already the second dedication of the evening. And in case you're like, well, how does someone get one of those dedications out on the air, Allie? I'll let you know. You can go to Love Notes Unscripted, which is the new home for this on Substack. You will see the link in the show's notes if you're listening to the podcast version. And if you're listening live on TikTok, it is up in the URL. Click on that. Go fill out your dedication. Fill out what you want. You can just give me a song or you can just give me a name and I'll pick a song. I can guarantee if I'm picking songs, it's from the 70s and 80s. Okay. You leave that in my hands right there. But with this dedication, this this dedication is all about the one person who lights something up in you. Ooh, and let's listen to a little bit of Hall and Oates. You make my dreams come true. And that was You Make My Dreams Come True. Hall and Oates. You know, when that one person lights up your life, their voice can change your mood in an instant. Their presence shifts your energy. Their name alone creates movement inside your body. And it's not an obligation, it's magnetism. And, as that song was going, I was looking at my handy dandy little book here that I haven't looked at in years. And I wrote this little, and I can't read my handwriting, which is pretty bad. I wrote this on 12607. And this would have been this all contained soulmate stuff. Let's see. In the heart of a man lies a child in in peril. He is strong, he is playful, he wants to be loved. Let the child out to play now and again to remind thyself that life is a joy and not a burden. Let's see. Boy, my handwriting is just horrible. In my eyes, you find the love that your soul has been searching for, longing for, waiting for. In my heart, you find the connection that you crave, you desire, that you need. In my soul, you find a commitment that stands the test of time, mm, that are the eyes. If that's what I wrote or not. Regardless of the adversity, we are one. Together for eternity, I am your I am your twin flame. Let's see. My love for you spans generations, despite time, distance, or grief. In my heart are the seedlings of possibilities that grow into hope and into your arms forever after. I don't know when I wrote these. That the one was in '07, but I'm just kind of going through this. A lot of drawings I've done. Um, what does your heart tell you when the sun sets behind the moon? Do you know what you seek? Are you brave enough to explore the possibilities of endless love, joy, and respect? Can you be my friend, my heart, my soul? Will, or can, I don't know what I wrote here. Next life, in our next life, the friend I am to be, as for my heart, will treat you like the love you have been searching for eternity. Boy, my handwriting is just atrocious. Yeah, there's a lot more in there. But when I came across that the other day, I'm like, boy, I used to write a lot in this thing. Used to write a lot. Yes. So this brings us to the romance book recommendations. And the romance book I want to talk about today is called Outlander. Outlander, you may or may not know, is also a series on Stars, Starz, and it is also on Netflix. And It's by Diana Gabaldon. And I am so sorry, Diana, that I've said your last name completely wrong. But if you put in Outlander, you can pretty much find this. And this is a story that's just it's just wonderful. It's got chemistry, longing, the kind of connection that refuses to be explained by logic alone. Because let me tell you, soulmates, soul connections, you can't explain it away with logic. You just can't. At its core, this story is all about being drawn towards someone with a force that feels larger than circumstance. Distance, time, and expectation, they all stand in the way of this couple, but still, the connection continues to call. That is what makes this such a perfect fit for me talking about, tonight and everything we're going through. Because some love stories are built on convenience, but some, including what I was reading in my little book, built on recognition. And it's the pull between Claire and Jamie. All right. It's immediate, but it's so layered and it's emotional and it's physical and so soul deep, and their connection feels chosen. They choose it again and again and again, not out of obligation because it is easy, but because it feels undeniably alive. Ooh, yes, it does. I love Outlander. And at times, it's a quiet certainty that someone present changes everything inside of you. it's It's a story of magnetism. Well, it's a series, really, a series of soul recognition. Um, this is your reminder, folks, that the most powerful connections are rarely the most convenient ones. And all I can say about that is no shit. I wish my soul connections were convenient. The ones that I put in soulful connections. I wish they were convenient. They are anything but convenient. But they are the ones that awaken something in you. That is what's important. It awakens something in you, which leads us to the film I'd like to talk about tonight, which is most certainly an oldie but a goodie, An Officer and a Gentleman. Oh, Daryl Winger. Um, oh my God, I can see his name. Richard Gere. Yes, this is such a good movie. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest it. It's not simply a love story. It's God, movie is all about transformation and being vulnerable. And it's the moment that someone stops living from the defensive mode, right? And begins to choose connection. Oh, and you haven't seen it? Put this on your list. An Officer and a Gentleman. Oh, it is so romantic. I love this movie so much. Um, and despite their differences, despite the different worlds they live in, really, um, there is an undeniable pull towards something more honest, towards something together. All right. Love cannot thrive where everything feels like a duty. Connection deepens when someone allows themselves to be fully present. The chemistry in the story, An Officer and a Gentleman, is not about perfection. It's about being seen beneath the armor that Richard Gere and actually Deborah Winger are both wearing in this. Sometimes the most powerful form of desire is not immediate passion. At times, it can be the slow realization that someone makes you want to lower your guard. Tonight, and hopefully, if you haven't watched it, you will be watching it soon. Let this film remind you that real connection is not built through obligation. It never is. It's built through choice, it's built through energy, it's built through the courage to let someone reach the parts of you that have stayed protected for far too long. And we all have done this. Every last one of us at some point in time, right? Right. And this brings us to, I know it's hard to believe, but dedication number three. And Top Gun, one of my favorite movies of all times. Love Top Gun. I saw it. And then I love Top Gun Maverick as well. I love both of them. But the original Top Gun I saw in the theater, oh, dozens upon dozens of times. Um, of course, the volleyball scene. I always say thank you for that. Always a nice scene. Just like the football scene is nice in Maverick. But for this dedication number three, it's all about Take My Breath Away by Berlin. And this, yes, was in the movie Top Gun. Let's listen. Yes, that was the love theme for Top Gun. Ooh. This dedication is for one whose memory still lives in your body. A song that plays, a scent that lingers, a flash of a room, a touch, maybe a moment returns to your mind. When that happens, let it come through. Really, it's coming through for a reason, so let it. Maybe you're supposed to have that flash of a memory. Maybe that person is thinking of you at that point in time. Maybe, just maybe, you're supposed to be thinking about them so that they think of you. I know. It can get pretty complicated, can't it? But it's one of the things I love about energy and about thoughts popping in someone's head. It's they're always there for a reason. Have found over the years that humans are predisposed to think of horrible things automatically. And that was just for our survival. It's not something that we, as a human, we've grown out of. Our brains, we haven't grown out of it. So it's important when something that pops in is not so wonderful. It doesn't bring a smile to your eye. Then you take it, whatever memory it is, you acknowledge that it's there, and you tell yourself, I don't want to think about it. And then bring in something you do. I do this quite a bit. I'll be 59 this year. There's a lot of crap I don't want to remember that has happened in my life. Thoughts that if I never think of them again, good. Okay. But they still pop up from now and again. I acknowledge them, say, I don't think so, and then bring in something that makes me happy. All right. Now, something else that makes me happy is what we're heading into next. I know, I can't believe I'll be 59 either. Trust me. um, it's like, how the hell did I turn 50? I'll be 59 in a month. Less than a month. This is April 3rd. Less than a month, I'll be 59. I don't understand how I got here, and frankly, I'm surprised that I've gotten this far. Um, I did a lot of things in my teens, 20s, 30s that were questionable, to say the least. Very questionable. And somehow I'm still here. Must be a reason, right? Right. So let's turn that into a soulful connection moment, shall we? There is a difference, believe it or not, between obligation and soul recognition. Soul to soul relationships are never built on pressure. They are not sustained by duty. They do not ask you to perform, prove, or constantly chase. A soul connection is first felt through energy. Sometimes it arrives as an immediate sense of familiarity. A conversation flows as if it's been continuing on for years. Their presence feels strangely calming, even if the connection itself is intense. At times, you may feel emotionally seen before very much is ever said. This is because soul connections often communicate beneath words. Energy will always move first. Recognition does follow, and the heart does respond. Your body often notices before the mind can explain it. You may feel warmth in the chest. That's where I feel it. My heart chakra radiates outwards. You'll find you've got a lift in your mood, a pull to lean in closer to talk to the person, a sense that something important is happening. And the lesson here is this: a true soul connection never feels like something you must force. The connection may challenge you, for sure. It may awaken you. It may stir some longing within you. Yet beneath all of that, there is an energetic current that feels natural. When you have this, ask yourself, does this connection energize me or does it exhaust me? It's important to note. Soul to soul relationships create movement. Obligation, duty, creates heaviness. And after a while, you learn to trust the difference. But it takes you being aware and paying attention in order to realize that there is a difference. And we're going to move forward now to our visualization of the evening. Yes, May 2nd is my birthday. You are correct. Yep, May 2nd. I will be 59 years old and I am a Taurus through and through. Let's do our soul recognition visualization, feeling the energy of a soul to soul connection. Mm, I'm loving this. All right. So, everyone, let's take a moment now to settle into a quiet, comfortable place where you can sit or lie down without being disturbed. Okay. This is not county for driving. Do not do this if you're driving. You're going to want to allow your body to soften and let your hands rest easily. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, and when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for a moment and exhale through the mouth to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, breathing in slowly and fully. Hold and breathing out, releasing the day. One more deep breath in, inviting calm. Hold and a long breath out, letting go of effort. Now allow your breathing to return to a natural rhythm. With each inhale, invite in steadiness. With each exhale, release tension, pressure, and urgency. Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. Let them soften. Relax your calves, your knees, your thighs. Release your hips and lower belly. Soften your chest. Let your shoulders melt and relax. Relax your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Soften your throat, your face, the space beneath your brows, and let the crown of your head grow light and open. Feel yourself supported, held by the surface beneath you, held by the breath, held by the moment. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine that you are standing at the edge of a quiet, luminous shoreline at twilight. The sky is painted in soft shades of rose, silver, and deep blue. The air is gentle against your skin. Before you, the sea is calm, smooth as silk, reflecting the first stars appearing above. There is no wind pushing you, no wave pulling you, only stillness, only presence. Feel the sand beneath your feet, cool and soft. Hear the hush of the tide moving in and out. Smell the clean, salt air. Sense the vastness around you, peaceful and alive. This is a place of truth, a place where nothing needs to be forced, a place where energy is felt clearly. As you stand at the shoreline, become aware of the energy within your own body. Notice your heart space, your belly. Notice your throat, your spine. There is nothing to analyze here. You are simply noticing, simply sensing. In this sacred stillness, you begin to see a soft light in the distance. It is not rushing toward you. It is not demanding your attention. It is simply there, warm, steady, familiar. The light begins to draw nearer, not with intensity, but with gentleness. As it comes closer, you sense that this light carries the feeling of authentic soul recognition. Not a fantasy, not a longing. There's no pressure, but there's truth. This light takes form before you as a radiant presence. You do not need to give it a face unless one naturally appears. You do not need to name it. You do not need to decide who or what it represents. It may be a soul, a guide, an essence, or a mirror of the kind of connection your being deeply recognizes. Trust whatever arises. Notice that this presence does not invade your space. It honors your energy. It meets you without urgency. It comes close enough to be felt. It leaves room for your breath, your body, your choice. And in that spaciousness, something inside of you begins to respond. Bring your awareness now to your body. What happens in your chest as you stand in the presence of this soul energy? Perhaps your heart feels warm. Perhaps it feels open. And perhaps Your breath deepens on its own. Notice your belly. Does it tighten or soften? Does it brace or settle? In true soul recognition, the body often does not need to perform. It does not need to chase. It does not need to convince. It begins to rest. Feel your shoulders. Do they rise in effort or drop in relief? Feel your jaw. Does it clench or soften? Feel your mind. Does it race for meaning or grow quiet in the presence of what simply is? Now imagine that from your heart a soft light begins to glow. Across from you, the radiant presence also glows from its center. The two lights recognize one another, not with fireworks, not with chaos, but with a deep, steady hum of knowing, like a tuning fork being struck and answered, like a note inside of you that says, "Yes, I know this frequency." Allow yourself to feel this resonance. It may move through you as warmth, as spacious, as calm, or as clarity. Could be a sense of being more yourself, not less. This is one of the signatures of soul recognition. You do not disappear inside of it, you return to yourself inside of it. Take a breath and let that truth settle. You return to yourself inside what is real. Now imagine that the radiant presence lifts its hand and its palm is a glowing symbol. Perhaps it's a crystal, it could be a flame, a star, maybe it's a lotus, or a golden thread, or a pearl of light, or just perhaps it's a symbol unique to you that appears. This symbol represents true resonance, connection that honors your spirit rather than draining it. As you receive this symbol, feel it resting in your own hands. Notice what it feels like. Is it warm, cool, vibrating softly, light as air, steady as a stone? This symbol begins to radiate through your body, helping you recognize the difference between soul truth and emotional over efforting. As the energy moves through you, silently repeat: true connection does not ask me to abandon myself. True connection does not live in pressure. True connection does not require me to prove my worth. True connection feels honest, spacious, and alive. Let each sentence land where it needs to in your body. No forcing, no striving, just receiving. Now, for a moment, imagine the energies of obligation, pressure, and over efforting standing at the far edge of the shoreline. You do not need to fight them. Just notice how they feel compared to the soul resonance in your hands. Obligation may feel heavy. Pressure may feel sharp or urgent. Over efforting may feel exhausting, unstable, and even reaching. And now return your awareness to the symbol of true soul recognition. Notice its difference, its steadiness, its simplicity, its clean, calm signal in your body. Perhaps it says, there is nothing to chase here. There is only what is true. Allow your body to learn this frequency. Feel it in your heart, feel it in your belly, feel it in your spine. Feel it in the field around your body, like a gentle light extending in all directions. This is your energy field, recognizing what resonates and what does not. You may begin to sense that authentic soul connection is not confusing when you are deeply present. The mind may still have questions, the emotions may still move, but beneath all of that, the body knows, the energy knows, and now you are remembering how to listen. The radiant presence before you now speaks, whether in words, energy, or silent knowing. You may hear something like, you are allowed to trust peace. You are allowed to trust what does not force you. You are allowed to honor what feels clean, mutual, and true. You are allowed to walk away from what asks you to overwork for love. Take a long, slow breath in and exhale, letting the truths anchor more deeply. Now see the symbol of resonance gently dissolving into light and entering your heart center. It settles there like a compass, like an inner tuning fork, like a sacred remembrance you can return to again and again. Know that from this moment forward, you can ask your body, does this connection bring me closer to myself or farther away? Does this energy soften me into truth or tighten me into performance? Does this feel mutual and grounded or does it awaken pressure and proving? Let the wisdom of your body answer in its own language. You do not need to rush its knowing. Take a few moments now in silence to simply stand at this luminous shoreline with this deep awareness alive within you. Feel the calm sea, the twilight sky, the truth in your chest, the steadiness in your breath, the quiet dignity of your soul. Now begin to thank this radiant presence for appearing. Thank it for reflection, for the resemblance. Thank it for helping you feel the difference between what's true and what's exhausting. Watch as the presence slowly becomes light again, soft, beautiful, peaceful, and gently recedes into the horizon, never truly gone, only returning to the deeper field of knowing within you. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the inhale, feel the exhale. Notice the surface beneath your body. Notice the temperature of the air around you. Wiggle your fingers softly. Wiggle your toes. Place one hand over your heart, and if it feels good, one hand over your lower belly. Repeat to yourself, I trust the truth my body can feel. I honor connection that is mutual, peaceful, and real. I release the need to force what is not meant for me. I am available for soul resonance that meets me in truth. Take one final nourishing breath in and let it go slowly. When you are ready, gently begin to open your eyes. Take your time returning. Let the room come back into focus slowly. And carry this feeling with you, not as something fragile, but as something remembered. A quiet inner knowing, a living compass, a felt sense of what authentic soul recognition is. And as you move forward, may you trust what is calm. May you trust what is clear. May you trust what allows you to remain fully, beautifully yourself. And I hope you guys enjoyed that soul recognition. I sure did enjoy creating it and reading it to you. And now I want to move to the last dedication of the evening. And they have requested Open Arms by Journey. Journey, absolutely loved that song. Loved it since high school. And this final dedication was for the love that feels like rest. The kind that does not ask you to perform, the kind that invites you to simply be there and love. Love should never feel like work, guys. Desire responds to freedom. Connection returns where energy is allowed to move. And I'd like to thank you for spending your Friday night here with me on Love Notes. Tune in to Love Notes Unscripted for more intimate reflections and learn more and explore connection tools at the Passion Zone at my store on Etsy. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Enjoy.